Hello, good people. Hello, and welcome back to another car conversation. We got to talk about that bullshit that we saw in the Oval Office yesterday. That embarrassing tag team bullying of Zelensky yesterday. Administrations or this administration, there have been other administrations that have done some shit where I'm like, ooh, that's a bad look. That's a bad look on us. That shit yesterday, though, was humiliating. It was embarrassing. It was like I had secondhand embarrassment for them, for the two village idiots in the room who were performing for Putin versus standing up for an ally and supporting an ally. So they wanted Zelensky, apparently they wanted him to grovel, to beg, to kiss the ring, etc. Zelensky's like, look, I'm here representing millions of people. I've already said thank you. And it is on record that he has said thank you many times to the American people, to administrations, etc. But they wanted him to bow down, to beg, to kiss the ring. They wanted him to surrender in a sense, and they wanted him to do it all on camera. Not only for the MAGA minions that for some reason, celebrate this type of bullshit, but also because they had allowed Russian TV into the Oval Office. Don't know if you know that, but our own AP News was not allowed into the Oval Office and hasn't been for, I think, maybe a week or so. They haven't been allowed to come to any of the press conferences, etc., because Felon 47 has a problem with them. So they're not allowed in, but you got Russian TV in. So everything that happens in that Oval Office, in my opinion, happened in Oval Office was orchestrated. It was orchestrated, and it was a performance for Putin. And how we know for a fact, because Felon 47 can't hold shit. He can't. He says, oh, that's going to make some great TV, or that's going to make good TV. So this was a performance. That's what you wanted. And then after that, we find out that Russian TV was actually in the room. And while I'm on Russian TV, let me also talk about the other useful village idiot. I don't even know what outlet he works for, but he asked a dumbass question, why don't you wear a suit? Do you not own a suit? Or some bullshit like that. First of all, why the fuck would I be worried about wearing a suit? Which I believe is why Zelensky's response was he used the word costume. Because y'all cosplaying as some strong men when you really some feckless, weak-ass followers. That's what Republicans are. And that's the display we saw in that Oval Office. Now, if you want to say, oh, no, they punked Zelensky. No, they didn't. They punked themselves because they were performing for Putin. So that makes you a follower. That doesn't make you a leader. Let's get that straight. Zelensky is their equal. He's the president of a country. So for them to try to bully and perform and treat him like shit and try to force his hand and say, you need us, you need us. Y'all, listen, what we all should be questioning right now is why these people, why this administration is trying to alienate us from all of our allies. Right now, European nations are uniting behind Zelensky. They're uniting behind Zelensky. They're scheduling meetings about, who's going to be the next leader of the free world, because we can't depend on America. America is out here supporting Putin in all kind of ways that it can. America just voted with Russia in the United Nations. That just happened. They're asking for Putin to be able to join the G7, while at the same time, they told the Ukraine to give up land. Just, give over some land to Putin, to Russia. Maybe that will help that things work out. Help us to mediate this war. They also told the Ukraine they cannot join NATO. They have also told Zelensky that, you need to pay America back. They are not offering any new military, new arms assistance. And also just the fact that they were talking over him, yelling, just getting louder and louder. Oh no, you've said enough. You've said enough. You're looking at, or you're forcing a World War III. Like, this man's language, English is a second language for this man, but he got off some. He knows what's going on. He can speak it well enough to communicate, but it was just the utmost disgusting display of schoolyard bullying, in my opinion. There was nothing professional that was happening, nothing presidential that was happening in the Oval Office in that moment. Nothing. And I'm